Welcome back to the show. We like to call him our consumer advocate, but we really don't own Dave Lieber. He kind of hangs his hat over at the Dallas Morning News, but you know what? We're delighted to have him here whenever we can get him, and he joins us tonight. Dave, thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
Happy. This consumer fraud thing and the theft of data and the problems that it leads to. We heard about Target first, then Neiman's, then Michael's, and the list is just growing.
I'm told there's 17 more, roughly.
Big retail?
Yeah.
That have had a huge theft of data?
Yeah, in the past several months.
Wow.
And I'm also learning that 1 out of 3 Americans are going to get hit by this, you know, and that
1 out of 3?
Yeah, that's what a Javelina research study showed, which shocked me when I saw that. But I've already been hit twice in the past decade. So, have you guys been hit?
I've been hit, yeah.
I have, but not recently.
Yeah.
Is it the fact that we are somewhat negligent and we take precautions for granted?
No, we're good. What it is technology is not as sophisticated as it could be, as it is in Europe, and these crooks are really good. You know, it used to be you had to mug a guy on the street corner to take his wallet. Now you just...
Not anymore.
Yeah.
And these 16-year-olds, you know, are writing the software to do it, and it's not going to go away.
Do you think that these recent data breaches are going to force credit card companies to move to the chip instead of the magnetic strip?
They are, but it won't matter. Because don't you think that the 16-year-old boy will still come up with a way to get around the chip?
Exactly.
And so I'm beginning to see that this is like the new mugging, and this is the way it is, and when it happens, there's no reason to panic over it, because you can fix it pretty quickly. You know, and so it's not the end of the world. It's not real wholesale identity theft. It's just them using your credit card numbers to buy stuff. But identity theft is when they start to become you and build a credit profile, and that's a whole different ball of wax. And that's not what we're talking about here. Although 70 million Target customers had their personal information stolen,
you know, that's
emails,
like
addresses,
your social security number and things like that, right?
So that's ID theft right there. That's potential. That's the one that really worries me.
But the credit card company absorbs most of the loss. Is that?
The banks.
The banks.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't cost you anything, hopefully.
Right, it doesn't. If you use your debit card or your credit card, it doesn't cost you anything except your time and your aggravation, you know, and then. But there's a few ways to just simply stay out of trouble, I think. Number one is I have a credit card monitoring service that I pay for. And I don't recommend companies, but I'm going to tell you which company it is, because I've worked with them now for a couple of years. I was with LifeLock, but when they got caught exaggerating their marketing claims, I cut my LifeLock account. And I went to a company called Debix, and Debix is in Austin, and they became all clear. So that's the company I pay for every month, under $30 for my wife, myself, and my youngest son.
Per month?
Yeah. And they call me when anyone tries to open up an account in my name. And when I took out a loan for a car recently, they called to make sure it was me. And I called their fraud investigator because I think someone is using my address for traffic tickets. So I called the fraud investigator. They called me right back. So I'm beginning to see that this company is probably worth my $28 or whatever it is for the three of us. It's called All Clear.
All Clear.
It gives me peace of mind. And even if I am the victim of identity theft, I know that they're going to help me get out of it and fix it, because that's what they promised to do, and they haven't shown me otherwise.
So you sign up and you give them all of your accounts so they can monitor that?
Yeah, they check your social security number and they run it through all these computer systems all the time. They say that you don't really need to have this, but you know what? I don't mind spending it. I mean, it's equivalent to a couple of pizzas a month, and it makes me feel better at night, because you know, I'm the watchdog, and I feel like I might get targeted. Just to prove that they can do it. And if they're watching, you know, this show right now, I just want you to know I'm so on to you. Okay, I'm watching you.
Right here.
There you are.
Right here, buddy. Right here. We're watching. So what else? So maybe consider a service like this. Is there a big difference between the debit or the credit card?
Yeah, you know, the debit card is the one that gets you more in trouble because it soaks the money right out of your account. Boom. And the credit card, of course, you've got protection. But in either case, you're still not going to lose money. So, okay, I think you need to check your bank account at least once a week online and see if there's any extra charges on there. And if they are, you just call and get it erased and report fraud. That's one thing you can do. Another thing, which is you don't want to put stuff on social media that gives clues to your passwords. How do they break into Sarah Palin's email account? Well, they knew her code, her high school she went to, her favorite color, what her dog's name was, so they, you know. So you don't want to put social media clues, you know, because if the guy's got your information and he goes to your Facebook page and it's all there, he can start to be you, and it helps him build identity theft. So you want to tell some stuff, but not clues about your passwords.
Even your favorite color.
Or pet. Well, think about the security questions that you get asked.
That's true.
What are they? It's
Mother's
like
maiden name.
Your first first concert,
Yep.
you know, I mean, you know.
Your
First
dog's
pet.
name.
Yeah.
So I wrote a famous story about my dog, you know,
Yes.
and it's a book, and I don't obviously use my dog as a password because
Right.
it's all over the internet.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But everybody else does, because that's the first question. What was the name of your first dog? You know.
Is there any
Yeah.
wisdom in regularly just changing your credit cards? Just like every couple of years, just
No,
say,
it's not going to matter, because if they're going to get you, they're going to get you. So
Yeah.
they'll get a card that's brand new if the number's
as
on the...
easily. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
But the main thing is, don't worry about it. It's not going to ruin your life. I've had it happen to me twice, and the second time it happened, I knew exactly what to do, and I got out of it in about a day. 10 phone calls, and I was like finished forever. So I know a lot of people are very worried about this,
Yeah.
and they shouldn't be, because it's not the end of the world, you know?
Okay, that's a good
Good to
reminder.
hear. Okay.
Very good. And another column coming on this kind of
Sunday.
thing? Sunday.
This is what I'm working on right now. I'm going to leave here now, and I'm going to go study. I'm studying.
So you're working out all these topics here on the Daily.
I am. I'm
Right.
practicing on you guys, so you're my focus group.
I
So do I
see.
get a thumbs up or thumbs down? That'll be in the Sunday Dallas Morning News.
Yeah.
Two
We do
thumbs
get
up.
two thumbs
Right there you go.
All right. Dave Lieber, ladies and gentlemen, consumer watchdog. Thanks, Dave.
right.
Coming up next on the Texas Daily, the Rolling Stone has not been shy about controversial covers, but few will find fault with their upcoming February cover subject. Who do you think it is? We're going to tell you coming up next. Stay here.